Peace, peace, peace. Headed to get a little workout in and just want to give you all a brief message. I say a reminder. Let's give an honest source to the Creator, Most High, whatever your high power is. Let's give gratitude to what's literally unfolding. It can seem scary as shit for a lot of us right now. But I just want to let you know that you are someone's. I had to remind myself. It was a sister that, what is her page? Is it So It Is Written? Is it? Or is it So It Is Written? Or I believe it's so. But where I was getting to is this. There was a message that the beautiful soul shared of, and I'm sure a lot of us probably are needing this message right now as a reminder. But no matter where you are in life, it's a little pick-me-up for today, a little encouraging message. And that's for everybody, especially me, because I had to remind someone yesterday or the day before, like, you are someone's answered prayer. Answered prayer. Meaning that no matter where you are, you could be going through a lot of shit right now. Don't even know how bills are gonna get paid, how certain things are gonna happen. May not be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel right now. But there's something on your path or someone that is watching when it seems like all odds are stacked up against you. You are someone's answered prayer. Meaning you can just come into someone's life, your smile, your demeanor, your presence, and they just needed to see you, needed to hear from you. Somebody actually, and that's what the sister was saying in there, like mentioning how someone prayed for you. Isn't that beautiful, yo? And it may seem like just as much as like I tell myself, but I had to remind someone, I'm like, wow, you really are one of my answered prayers. Sometimes we get caught up in what we put out there to the universe. Some may call prayers, some may call, whatever, however you want to perceive it. But what I'm getting at is, you are someone answered prayer, meaning that someone was putting out a message, whether to the universe, whether to a higher power, to receive some type of clarity, to receive basically an answer to whatever it is they're going through. And for a lot of you, this is your confirmation. Like I said before, mentioning that we sometimes get caught up in the fact of it got to look a certain way. And sometimes we get caught up in what I've learned this year to be is I heard an elder speaking on how this year specifically, for those that are into like numerology or astrology or whatever, this is said to be like an 8 year if you add the numbers 2024 up, and 8 can be symbolized as like the infinite number. Sometimes you can look at the 8 also as osmosis. It's like, you have a cell and then they split. And so that's how I've been perceiving this year. It's like, and also a year of karma and dharma. So it's like whatever you're putting out right now, it can immediately like return, basically like what you reap you sow. But that's anything with universal law. But what I'm getting at is that by this being an 8 year, you can also reference that to like 8 representing the infinite number. So again, when you look at how 8 is, it's like this. What you put out comes back. So with that, again, there's a message in everything. And just a reminder, like, you're someone answered prayer. And the beauty in that is, like, this message could be your confirmation and or something along your life. Someone may come along. A lot of things gradually may come along. And like going back to what I was mentioning, like the person, I had to let them know, like, you are my answered prayer. And sometimes, like, we get what we need, not necessarily what we want. And that goes back to, again, referencing the 8 year, when this elder was speaking about how, you know, you have to really balance out between not really keeping up with the Joneses, because we are preparing for next year, which is a 9 year. And those of you, again, that are not familiar with numerology or even sacred geometry or numbers, I'm just drop a little gem on you. Some believe, and again, this is just beliefs or whatever your truth can be, but, you know, people say, like, oh, there's a lot of numbers, and, you know, when it comes to representing money. But what I'm speaking about is anything you add 9 to, you're going to get 9 again. And for instance, I'll just give you an example. 9 times 9 is 81. Then if you flip it on the other side, 9 plus 9 is 18. So notice how those numbers mirror each other, 8 and 1 and 1 and 8. So 8 plus 1 is 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. So again, universally, that's said to be 9 numbers, or the highest number of completion is 9. And or some may say 10, which again is 1 really. But it's almost like full term, like your mother had you. Full term would be, they say, right around 9 or a little after 9 months, or which is close to 10. Which 10, again, if you 1 and 0 equals 1, so it's really a new beginning. So again, this importance of this year is a reminder that for a lot of us, wherever you are someone answered prayer, man. Like, just by you being who you are, by you standing in your truth, by you being authentic, walking in integrity, or even simply trying to find your way. Because some of us are right now, there are a lot of the youth watching what we're doing. A lot of us are in transition where we don't know what the F is going on in the world. And some of us, if going back to the osmosis aspect of the 8, it's like when you look at how cells split off, that's also what's happening in the world. It's like it's a split, and that's between unauthenticity or inauthenticity to authenticity, meaning that now you're going to see, like, you know, how fake, you know, a lot of us are sitting back and observing as we became more in tune or coming to awakening, how we are now seeing the importance of how walking in our truth, how fake and inauthentic the world has been, and also how many are hiding behind the mask of, you know, the material things. As we deepen our spirituality, as we become more aware of who we are, basically. It's just a deeper awareness. It's not to judge people who have things or material things. It's what's really the beauty of it is how the world, a new world is being created. And that's the osmosis of everything. It's like the split between creating a new world, and that's probably a lot of confirmation for a lot of people. This is your answered prayer if you needed a message. Is that a lot of us are going through a split right now. There's a split happening. You see a lot of people talking about this, and you will have people panicking because they're so attached to the old world. And a lot of these elders and a lot of people, no matter their age, are a part of that that split. And so as some of us now don't panic and at peace, it's not to say we're not going through emotions, not going through upheaval and shit, because we're going through things emotionally, grieving over the fact of, like, we may have to leave these people behind. And in the process of that, it's also accepting the fact that you still got to move forward. And I would reference the song, Soul to Soul, Keep on Moving. And that's the beauty of it. It's like, no matter what's happening, you got to keep on moving, because again, you are someone's answered prayer. That's my encouragement to all of you, is like, you are someone's answered prayer. No matter what you're doing, someone out there is trying to find a way. The youth are trying to find something encouraging. A lot of us, no matter our age, are trying to find some type of things that are more relatable. And so as this split is happening, a lot of us are confirmation for a lot of people. And more so, as that split is happening, a lot of things won't be relatable no more. The old world won't be relatable. And that's one of the most difficult and challenging things I had to accept, is like how the old world as I knew it, people, places, things, it doesn't mean I won't possibly see them again. It's just like the awareness and the consciousness around how everything, a lot of us came here to be the change, evolve with that, and in accepting that, a lot of people aren't willing to change. They're not willing to evolve. They're not willing to see, not necessarily their flaws, I don't know why they rhyme, but their own evolution of being a part of something greater. And some people are willing to stay where they are in the comfortability of their own darkness, their own shadow, their own insecurities and so forth. I feel like wow, I saw a big truck and the truck says anchoring the way. Isn't that something? Something just told me I had to look at that truck. But a lot of us are, this is what people aren't familiar with, is that you were not meant to be what you thought you were supposed to be in the old world. A lot of us here, like, it was very challenging to accept the fact of, oh, I thought I had to be this so-called athlete. I thought I had to be this, even a certain artist in a certain way, because of so many projections from other people to do things your own way. Then I had to realize is that when I was telling someone you are part of my answered prayer, sometimes it'll come through the very people that you assume that wasn't supposed to be a part of your evolution. But sometimes the Most High will use your enemy as your footstool. It is not necessarily saying that you were against them. It's more so like when they were against you, they could have maybe smeared your name, smear campaign, or did certain things. And that's also a part of your answer prayer, because sometimes the Most High will use those very people just for you to be their answer prayer. Sometimes the Most High put you right there in that position to be a blessing to them. Because sometimes what I had to learn is that distance really, makes the heart grow fonder. You have to allow people to go through their karma. That doesn't mean they're going to always be where you are on a certain level, whether it's spiritually, mentally, emotionally. But that's what I had to learn, that when I give myself grace, I allow myself to give them grace. And that's when I realized, like, everybody, no matter who they were a part of my answered prayer. Because whether they knew, the Most High heard something that maybe I didn't hear, seen something maybe I didn't see. And so when that split happens between you or someone, that is a part of your answered prayer. That is a part of you getting clarity. That is a part of you now being aware of how you moved and how that person moved, and now being more practical, being more logical on your approach, being more disciplined in who has access to you. I'm going to just give y'all that brief message. So remember to take care of you for you, because this new world that we're entering and already in and already giving birth to is a process. This new way of living, your new way of living, no matter if you get up and choose to be better, you're being better at what you were doing before, choosing not to go back into the same patterns. It's not about trying to be perfect, because we could get caught up in that. No, the old world was so consumed by trying to be perfect. And that was creating, and in that trying to be, perfectionism, anxiety was still creeping up, because they were hiding behind so much of an image. And that's why I give gratitude when split happens, because I had to be removed from people pleasers. I had to be removed from people pleasers to see, was I people pleasing? I had to be removed from manipulation to see, well, was I part of enabling them in manipulation? So a lot of things we may not see as a blessing, but can you see the blessing in a disguise? Oh, I'm glad that relationship happened. Oh, I'm glad that, something like that position or that job. And it's like everything as you know it when it comes to money, love, everything as you know it is evolving. And when I say that, for one, love is evolving in a way to where we're loving ourselves more than to align with people who see the importance in that. Even with money, we value ourselves more. We see ourselves as an asset rather than thinking that the things that we have externally has more value than ourselves. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I gotta go train. Peace and blessings. Shalom.